All right, you YouTubers, what's poppin'? It's your boy again, East New York's finest, host by Snaggletooth Mike. What's poppin', you guys and girls out there, you kids and kiddos, you kids and weirdos. Anyway, the last video, I'm just gonna leave it as that. Again, I didn't want to dumb down or water down or disrespect that video by hey da da, and then hey, by the way, look at these toys. I just figured it deserved its own segment. So with that basically being said, where I'm at with collecting, I'm at every road when it comes to collecting. Like anybody who collects, we're very not only repetitive, but we're very indecisive. I don't think there's no such. I don't think there's. Well, I can't say that because I can only speak for myself. I can't speak for others because others have a better will of being able to have shrines and collect this and that. I wish I can be like that, but you know my eyes are bigger than my stomach, so I feel like I gotta have everything. If I had the space, I wouldn't sell or get rid of anything. Like this, for instance, I'm not getting rid of it because of financial reasons. I'm getting rid of it because I always believed in this, and I try to stay true to it. Is if I can't display it, I don't need it. If you know, I'm not the kind of person. Hey, I collect stuff and I got shit in bins and boxes. I want to be able to see it. I should be able to come up here and or you know my own solitude and sit back and whether I'm having a stressful day or a good day and just sit back and look at my stuff. Sometimes I'll just turn my chair opposite of what you see now, and where you see my face will be my back, and where the back is will be the front, and I'll just sit there for hours, and I'll just sometimes like my wife and kids will catch me sleep like this, just the opposite of where I'm sitting now, because I'll just be sitting here looking at this room for a long time, and as I'm looking at this room, I'm just glancing over to the right and looking inside of the G.I. Joe room from here. I don't even think I've spent. Only time I spent 20 minutes or more in that room was when I was changing shit around or whatever, but I haven't even sat down there and even played my emulated Xbox 360 in that room. I don't think I've spent more. I mean, I haven't spent 10 minutes in that room sitting down enjoying it the way I enjoy my office. Like, no bullshit. I don't even think 5 minutes. But I mean, I've spent hours in there, you know, rearranging and setting shit up. But as far as sitting down doing what I'm doing here, nah, not even 5. Probably not even 3, to be honest with you guys. Yeah. And this room here, I decided that I want to bring up all my hot toys in their boxes, and I want to display them all around. I'm going to display them here. So I have decided if the price is right, I would sell off my 97 to 06 line. But that would easily fade out because I got a lot of fire in this room. And again, it's not about finances. It's just more about eye candy and, you know, decide what I'm gonna do. I mean, am I still gonna collect? Am I still gonna collect this line until until it sells? Yes, that's just how I am. I learned a long time ago. If you are a collector, you keep buying and you keep collecting until you get everything. Because like again, the longer I wait, and then I may miss out on something just because I'm selling this. Nah, I might as well keep collecting until I complete it and or until it sells. Because again, all my hot toys and stuff that are downstairs, it looks nice. Everything is in our dining room and our living room. I have a very forgiving and very understanding wife. I don't understand people that have girlfriends, fiancés, or married to a whole bunch of these witches out here. And they're like, oh, well, my wife or my girl's complaining. You know, if you got a woman like that, you shouldn't be with her. A lot of women are self-centered, selfish bitches. And me, on the other hand, let me tell you something. Ain't no piece of ass in the world worth my sanity. And I mean that by, if I've collected anything before I met you, or even during I met you, or even we going out, I was like, you know what, babe? I think I'm going to start collecting this and that, because I had this as a kid. And if you down with that and you're like, okay, cool, then all of a sudden you change up because, you know, you got a bun in the oven, or we moved in together, or now we're married. Nah, man, fuck that. Let me tell you something. This is my passion. This is my love. My wife is my love and my kids also. But at the end of the day, I was collecting this stuff and I had this stuff. I didn't have any of this stuff when I was with, you know what I'm saying, when I met her, but I've been into all this shit way before I met her, until the day I close my, well, I ain't gonna say that because a lot of people die with their eyes open. Until the day I take my last breath, I'm going to be collecting something. And you're either with me or you're against me. It's that simple. And, you know, my wife, I never had to explain this to her. I mean, hell, she helps me buy stuff. And her whole philosophy is, as long as it looks nice, it's not in my way, and it's neat, I don't give a fuck what you do. And that's why we have a great relationship, because I have a very understanding, very forgiving, and very down-to-earth wife. I wouldn't be with her. The way, my attitude and the way I am, we are total opposites. Because I'm the biggest, nastiest asshole and dick I've ever met in my life. I'm a straightforward, right to the point, no filter, not giving a flying fuck about others' feelings when it comes to me getting my word across. And my wife, on the other hand, just like my kids, very discreet, low key. Don't get me wrong, I'm a very quiet to myself person until you piss me the fuck off. Then I go a million. You know what I'm saying? And then when I do, I don't stop, and I don't have no filter. I don't. But anyhow, moving on. So all this stuff is for sale except for the 80s G.I. Joe stuff. I have an overflow, obviously, as you see these 9 cubicle areas. This is all overflow stuff. So whatever is original G.I. Joe line, or in this case right here, 93 or 94 Dragon Boat, that's not G.I. Joe, but it is Hasbro from the 90s. So that stuff isn't for sale. But anything that's 97 to 06 is all up for grabs, which means that it is ready to go. All somebody got to do is come here, look at the stuff, and if they want to make a good deal, and they buy it. If not, it will stay here, and my hot toys will stay where they are. Because again, it's not about, it's not financial. It's just that, I ain't gonna say I outgrew it or whatever, but it's just that, you know, I would sell this off, put money in my pocket, and at the same time, you know, I want to bring all my hot toys and stuff back up here, or up here, period. You know, the Batmobiles, the tumblers, all that shit. I mean, I do have some 1/6 here. As you see here, you got the, was it 3A or 30? I'm about to say Ghostbusters. G.I. Joe's. You got Firefly, you got Snake Eyes and Storm Shadow there. And then you can't see because right in front of me, to my left, you know, thanks to Fam Alex, Eric's brother, you know, he does his own shit, and I have my two. Anybody who knows me know Outback is my favorite G.I. Joe. Hold on, as a matter of fact, yeah, he might be asleep. I don't want to wake him up and say nothing stupid. He might be, what the fuck you call me this early? But I would, you know, call my baby brother and be like, I would be like, yo, Lloyd, who's my favorite G.I. Joe? And he would say it. But anyway, I know he's asleep. I don't want to wake him up, and he might wake up cranky, cursing my ass out. Like, what the fuck, yo, everything good? He ain't gonna want. He don't mind me calling him this early, wake him up, but not for no fucking dumbass question like that. So yeah, let me just, yeah. But anyway, like I need anybody's validation anyway, right? I don't. But yeah, man. So that's basically where I'm at. I did buy a lot of shit. I spent about $3,400 this week alone on whatnot. Yeah, you're like, what? Yeah, I brought a nice Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle collection, not for me, to resell. Let me see if I can. And just yesterday, I brought a lot of shit from, I forgot the name, Tucker Treasures. I gave them over a G last night. Let me go to my activities. Oh, okay. So you guys can't see it, but you know I purchased a lot of shit from Tucker Treasures. I just brought all that stuff from him, and all this stuff, a lot. I brought an item 80, 36, 10, 32, 114. That was a refrigerator Perry. Another 42, 30, no, 13, $6, $333.12. So I brought 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 items I purchased from Tucker Treasures alone. And that was yesterday. And before him, on Wednesday, I purchased 1, 2. So I brought 2 items from a guy named James Code 84762. I brought 1 item at 27, then another item at 131. And then from Into Games, I brought something from him too. What the hell did I buy? Hold on, let me look at the video. Okay, so I got this.
This guy's actually worth a decent amount too. Pounce.
These guys make me pay for it, you know. Like, people are starting to know my other name now and whatnot, so they kind of put 2 and 2 together. So now I'm paying up for this stuff. So I brought that lot from him, and then I brought another lot. What is this? Video receipt.
Oh my god.
I don't know why I brought that roadblock. So I brought the supersonic roadblock. I think because I hope I needed a couple of weapons from that one. I mean, I love roadblock. I mean, road pig roadblock.
Yeah, I love road pig, guys. I like him because of the muscles. I'm not gonna lie.
Like, he's my favorite dreadnought. No, like, road pig is my favorite dreadnought. My second favorite dreadnought is Naugahyde. Y'all probably like, what? Yeah, those are my 2 favorite fucking goddamn dreadnoughts. Of course, my favorite Cobra, Destro. Come on, man. My dear Commander Destro. y'all knew that was coming. I never do Cobra Commander's. I mean, I never do Destro's voice without fucking up. What's it called? And then also on the 28th. Okay, so the 29th, I brought 2 items from James Code 8472. No, 762. Excuse me. 1 item. Well, the road pick was 27, and then that lot of Transformers wound up being 131. Them guys made me pay. And everybody started bidding up the last 2 seconds. Fucking scumbags. And then I brought, from Into Games, I brought, whatever the hell I brought from him. And then also on the 28th, from 302 Thrift, I brought 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 items from them. GoBots and I think Transformer related stuff. And also on the 28th, I brought 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 items from Thrift City PB, like Paul Boy. 1 item was 100, the other one was 170, 126, 120, 135. I mean, look. I mean, the proof is in the pudding, man. One thing about me is, you know why you guys can never catch me in a contradiction or a lie? Because I never put myself out there to be caught in a lie. Because everything I tell you guys is 160 million% fucking straight facts. That's why I can never be caught in a lie. Because I'm straightforward. And then also from G1 Toys on the 25th, I brought stuff. What the hell did I buy? Let me see if I got any of this. Because if I didn't get it, I should have gotten it already. Yeah, so I didn't get this stuff. This is Transformer stuff too. So yeah, I got over $3,000. But so between, actually probably a little bit more, probably more like 32. No, 30. No, I'm about 3,500. Because everything cost me about 32. And you figure with the taxes and shipping and everything, it came up to about 35. And again, those hundreds and 130s and shit adds up when you're buying 10 or something from that. Because, you know, 10 items from this person at 100, that's already over 1,000. Plus taxes, you around 1,200. Then the stuff I brought just yesterday from Tucker, that was over, I think, close to like 1,200 or something like that with taxes. Maybe another $120. So you figure I'm already at like, well, almost 2,700 there. Yeah, so yeah, it adds up. Then the other stuff I got 2 here and and that was 100. This was 80. So all that adds up, and obviously the proof is in the pudding. I mean, I don't never have to show validation for anything. I just like to give proof of shit because people think you talk out your ass, and I just like people to know that, no, I am an ass who happens to have a mouth that talks, but I am not a talking ass, if that makes any sense. If it doesn't, I don't know what to tell you. So that's basically where I'm at. I brought from Tucker Treasures yesterday. I know I brought a refrigerator Perry complete. You're probably like, what? I spent $100 and something on her. I think it was like $115 or something like that, which is pretty cheap. You're probably like, no, it's not. No, it's cheap because he was still bagged. I've been to toy shows where I've seen him selling for like $175 to $200 for the refrigerator Perry, sealed in bag. Even loose, everybody wants like $70, $80 for him. But to get a refrigerator Perry sealed in the bag, and it's a melloway, that's why I got him. I think I have a couple of refrigerators. I got one right here, complete. You're probably like, Then there's like another one or two in the my G.I. Joe room. I got G.I. Joe sitting right here. But yeah, man. So again, yeah, you know what I'm saying? So I got that, and then I think I got him. I could be wrong. I got to do some more research, but I found out the hard way that there is no such thing. For those who may not know and who's looking, there is no such thing as a E version. E as in Eric. I'm not Apple. E as in Eric or eat. Whatever you want to say it. There is no version E of this guy. But the one that I got, I paid $340. I paid for him. He comes with his original paperwork. He comes with the patch, and he comes with his gun and backpack. That cost me $340. Everybody made sure I paid up for it. I used custom bidding, and I'm not gonna say what, but let's just say if it had kept going up, I would have got it unless somebody was gonna pay over $400 for it. Now, these guys with the paperwork, patches, backpack and gun, you're looking at it. These guys sell for around $250. Yeah, he's like $100. He's like about $150 just like this, with that crotch like that, because these guys are known for having broken crotches. So imagine if he was loose and complete. You're probably looking at if you're on a good day, $250 or something like that for a loose one with the backpack and gun and a toy show. With paperwork and or patch, you're looking at another $50-$60. With both of them, with the paperwork and patch, you're looking at $350 to over $400 for any version of him. Of course, the A version, you're looking at probably about fucking over a G all day. Gold-headed version, $1,500. You know what I'm saying? So, the kid Tucker, he again, Tucker Treasures. I think he's a little off as far as like me when I'm talking. Like, he doesn't stay on the beaten path. But they got some good stuff, and I was happy with the price because I put a higher price on it, and I wound up getting it for a decent amount off compared to what I was gonna pay for it. I was like, what, fuck it, I ain't give a shit. And then later on, I got the refrigerator Perry. He had 5, and he sold the last one yesterday. And I was like, fuck it. I took advantage of it. I was like, I did want another seal refrigerator Perry. I have a couple of them, and I was like, fuck it. If I can get him for about $180, I'm cool with it. I wound up paying under the price I posted for him, as well as the Star Brigade. So I did pay up for a lot of file cards. There were some file cards that I believe I needed. From some of them, some file card lots cost me $40-something. Some G.I. Joe weapon lots cost me $45 from Tucker. I'm about to say Tucker Carlson, from Tucker Treasures, because again, these guys made me pay. That's the whole point of an auction. The person that pays the most. you can take shit personal, which we all do. We say we don't, but again, I call a spade a spade. I don't sugarcoat shit, or I don't believe in discretion. We all take it personal when somebody outbids us or gets something. Even if you go thrifting and somebody winds up grabbing a bag or grabs something you wanted, you get upset. You're like, fucking bastard. You may react or you may say something and you may not, but deep down inside you're like, this prick, motherfucker, because you wanted it. I mean, everybody's there to try to get as much and good shit as they can for a cheap price. Let's call it for what it is. So, it is personal. It's personal because you're personally buying shit and you're personally trying to get stuff, but so is everybody else. So I paid a lot. And then that turtle lot of stuff cost me about $400 and something because I paid a lot for that too. There was like a couple of I think 2 different lots. And they ran 2 different lots, and I'm always trying to talk people on Facebook Market. I mean, on whatnot. I'm always trying to talk people into doing bulk. I don't want to sit there for hours, hear it, because let's face it, a lot of you guys, especially a lot of you white people, no offense, a lot of you guys love the chit chat. Y'all like them dry, don't make no sense jokes that I don't find humorous, and I'm like, and I'll just sit there and I'm like. It's very taxing because you're like, then you got to hear them talk so much and you're like, oh my God, can you shut the fuck up and just put something else up for sale? And then they're all over the place. Like they don't have no sense of direction. They don't know how to, I'm very great at multitasking. They don't multitask. They forget. I mean, it's crazy. It gets really, really frustrating, and, it happened a lot yesterday too, and I'm like, oh. And then I'm like, yo, and I'm like, why you just don't run all of it? I could have paid a lot cheaper, but still paid up if they just did the whole fucking bag of weapons, and he did a couple different what's-it-calls, and that made me upset, and I was like, this fucking little dumbass fucking kid. But, I get it. At the end of the day, you're there to accommodate. I get it, though, because at the end of the day, you're there to accommodate yourself, not nobody else. Yeah, you want people to get good deals, but at the same time, you got to make sure you're okay. So I can respectively understand that too. Of course, at that moment, I didn't give a flying fuck because I wanted to get everything for a good deal. But one thing about whatnot, if you want something and I want something, if you're a reseller, you're not getting it. Now, if you're a collector, there's a good chance you might beat me to it. The reason why I say that is because a reseller, unless they're stupid or they just real pig-headed, a reseller will be dumb to try to outbid a collector on anything because a collector is willing to pay top price and even over for something just because they want it versus a guy who's trying to resell. Because a reseller, you're going to lose money if you try to outbid a collector. And there was some stuff there that I had to have. That's why I paid up for that Star Brigade guy and why I paid up for the fridge. And the reason being is because I think I won a fridge for like what, $114 or 15, and the Star Brigade guy got him for like what, $340. So therefore, if I got them for that price, that means whoever tried to bid them, who tried to get them both, they had to be resellers, because a collector would have kept going. Even if a collector barely had the money, they would keep going. You're not gonna nobody's gonna lose something for $5 or $10. A reseller would. Collector, no. A collector will fight all the way to the last penny. A collector will only go so far. Well, I know I can probably get this, but you know what? Fuck it. So yeah. And like I said, I think I got like 2 or 3, maybe even more weapon lots. I also think I got 1 or 2 different action figure lots, like loose pieces and stuff, because there was some of them that I just didn't think the price was worth it. I think 1 or 2 what's it called, and I definitely know I got at least 4 or 5 lots of file cards, and some of them cost me, I think everything cost me around $40 and up. I think like the first one, I think I paid $13 or something like that. Every other lot was close to $50. Because everybody wanted them. You had Storm Shadow. No, I don't think Storm Shadow. You had the 2 different Snake Eyes. And I have a couple of the version 1 and version 2 Snake Eyes. And if I ever, or when I do get rid of the 82 to 94 G.I. Joe line, the more file cards and complete figures I have, even if I have extras, the better, because I would have a lot of figures that's worth at least $50 plus. Yeah, so I was like, fuck it. And again, you know, I brought some GoBots and some Transformers, and you know, my plan is to sell all that stuff, but I think I'm gonna start sitting on stuff again. I think I'm gonna start accumulating. I mean, normally I would have started back, because normally I start around October-ish until like the end of summer. I always gradually go up, but this time I'm starting extremely later than I have since we moved here. Because normally I would have a whole bunch of shit. Like right now, I'm on 2 video game lots. No, was it yesterday? No, Monday. I did pick up oh my god, what was it? A GameCube, a black GameCube that cost me, I think it was $100, $99.99. Was it $99.99 or was it $89.99? Well, whatever the fuck it was. I think it was $89. It was $90. Now the reason why I brought it, let me just show you guys, because I like to give a good in-depth. You know, some people might say, "Oh, that's kind of high," yada yada yada. I'm gonna show you how I break shit down. So anybody out there who wants to get into thrifting and whatever, see, I'm a dickhead, but you can never say I'm selfish and self-centered. I like to try to help people, especially for people that's starting into this late, because, like, let's face it, nowadays, for the last 3 or 4 years of trying to get into thrifting, these are the later years, which means that it's going to be extremely hard for you to try to get good deals and good stuff for a cheap price. Now, fucking 4+ years ago, I would say really around 2020 and older, you got things for a steal. Nowadays, you're barely even breaking even now. You really got to have the luck of the Irish and the draw to be able to make a profit off of stuff. So I'm gonna break this down to you. This is the bag it was in. I ripped the bag open. I did take the tag off. I think it was $89.99. But $90. Some of y'all probably like, oh, that's kind of high for a GameCube. No, because a GameCube complete, you're looking at around. I mean, if you look at retail in a video game store, you're gonna pay around $100+ for a GameCube anyway. Now, at a flea market, you may get lucky enough to find somebody who will sell you one for $70 to $80. But every flea market I go to, when I ask people their prices, even though I know I'm not gonna buy it, they all want like $100+ for a GameCube. Now, everything that's in the bag, I'm gonna show you. Here is the HDMI wire. Here is the GameCube itself. Really good condition. It's a black one. And it does have the Tony Hawk Pro Skater in it. I was able to kind of like lift the bag a little bit and press the button to see a game in there. And when I saw that, I already knew what it was. So the game is worth at least $15. In this condition like that, it's like a $15 game. If it had the case and everything, $25 to $40. Original GameCube memory card. This is around, I would say 10, but I know it's worth at least 20. But I'm gonna say 10 on that and 10 on that game. So that's already $20 off of 90. So basically, if you take $20 off of 90, you got $70. Again, I'm breaking all this shit down to you guys. So I'm schooling a lot of people out there that may or may not know. And it does come with a GameCube. Excuse me 1 second, y'all. Family first. Hello?
You still coming?
Oh, coming where? Huh?
It's my school.
Oh, at what time?
9:30.
9:30. What's there again?
The decision day thing.
Oh yeah. All right. What time is it now?
9:11. But you still have time because like my name is like later in the list, so they probably won't call me until like I don't know 9:40 or something.
Okay. All right. You walk Spike in. You walk Spike, right?
I still did.
All right. Oh, okay. All right. Bye. Yeah, I forgot Isaiah had a decision day today. Damn. So I gotta go to that. I gotta get ready to take a shower and get ready, y'all. So let me. All right. Glad he called me. This is why I always pick up phone calls when I know it's somebody that's important to me. So it came with this, so that's part of it. So we'll say 70 on the low end. And you got all these wires. So you do have, which is very important, you don't want to overpay for any retro system if it doesn't come with the adapter, especially this having the original one. And then here you have the AV cables. So this alone make this at least I would say a $80 to $90 system. Now I know I've seen guys in flea markets selling these for like 100 plus all day. And even for me, I'm like, damn, that's expensive. Because I know I wouldn't pay for it. I wouldn't pay that for it only because I know I'm going to resell it. But to pay $90 for one to get all this stuff, including the game and a memory card, it's a steal. And then you got extra, I don't know what the hell this extra shit is, but, and then on top of that, to knock it off, you get an extra original black GameCube controller. So $30 all day. You know, you could say 35 or 40. Somebody might say, would you take 30 or would you take 25 for it? So let's say 20. So 70 for that, 20 for that is already $90. So basically you're getting the game and the memory card for free. So you know what I'm saying? So that's how I break down what I pay for stuff. Some people might say, damn bro, you telling the business. Well, I'm not really telling it. I mean, it is what it is. You know, you may take it that way. Me, I take it like, I always have competition in anything I do anyway. So the way I do things is the way I do things. So, yeah. So let me get ready to get off this damn video thing because I got to take a shower and go see this kid. I tell everybody, man, when you first wake up, always brush your teeth. Because you got a lot of haters that wake up and don't brush their teeth yet. Me, on the other hand, I can't rant without brushing my teeth. And you know what I'm saying? Even though I lost a tooth, but from a guy at my age, being a bone cancer survivor, and also suffering from diabetes, I'm lucky I only lost one so far. So if you see in the next upcoming months that I got more teeth missing, it will be embarrassing, but it's part of life. I mean, I'm still here, and I can still rectify or, get that situation taken care of. Hopefully it won't come to that anytime soon, but I was eating, and that one just decided to just fall right out. It showed no sign of being weak or anything, and I'm eating. I'm like, what the fuck? And I'm looking, I'm like, oh shit, my damn tooth is in my mouth with my food. It was disgusting. But anyhow, so, and then yesterday I went thrifting as well, and I picked up 2 different Pokemon Monopoly sets that go for some pretty decent money, even loose. And I wound up picking up a Playmate Strawberry Shortcake figure in the box. The box is probably about that big. That's worth more than what I paid for everything yesterday. I think yesterday I was at 70 or 80, but I don't even remember. But I got about maybe 7 or 8 DVD movies, but they're all horror. I say horror, but it's horror. But anyway, I don't pronounce shit right. I'm a nigga from the hood, man. You know what I'm saying? So my pronunciation is not the best. Or not up to par with the way you're supposed to pronunciate. So I say horror, and it's horror. So yeah, man, I was a couple of Nightmare on Elm Streets and some other movies. They were all individually sealed. Only one of them wasn't, but I still brought it anyway. They were all $3 each, $2.99. So I grabbed them all because if I go to the flea market, I should be able to get $4 to $5 each, because they sell for around 10. You know what I mean? And again, they are horror, and they're good genre of horror. So yeah. So yeah, that's all I got yesterday. Then I got a shirt from Michelle, a Dark Knight purple. That's her favorite color. A Dark Knight purple. I'm about to say Catwoman shirt. No really graphics, just a picture of Catwoman, and it's in purple. Kind of cool. And again, I thought she would like it. So yeah, and yeah. So outside of that, I obviously you guys remember I went to the show a couple of weeks ago to New Jersey Toy Con, and I wound up getting from the 2 guys that were friends. I wound up getting that kick-ass G.I. Joe classified lot from that dude. He said it was 40, but it was really 39 figures, and I only paid $150 for all of them. And I kept Quick Kick, Storm Shadow, Sergeant Slaughter's Marauder Sarge, and Destro, and Ollie Viper. So I did keep those. Everything else I sold because I needed to make not only my money back, but I actually wound up keeping these guys. I kept the Hot Toys, both of the Groots, and the Deadpool movie Deadpool. So in all together with them, I paid about $350, $200 for. Come on, Hot Toy, and yeah, they're loose with no boxes, and I think one of the Groots is missing in the stand, but $200 for. Come on, man, that's just crazy. Either way, it's crazy. So that was a steal. I haven't decided what I'm gonna do with the Guardians of the Galaxy, the two different Groots. I am Groot. I didn't say it right. But anyway, yeah, I got both of those, and then anybody who knows me know that I don't know if I did a video, but showing it, but I did verbally say that I was getting rid of my Hot Toys, Deadpools. Because I said, you know what, I want the Deadpool from the Deadpool Wolverine movie. Anybody and everybody knows me knows I love Hulk and Wolverine. Those are my two favorite Marvel characters of all times. Wolverine and Hulk, and they are on the same level. If there's a first place, they will split it. There is no first and a half or second. They are both on the same level, Hulk and Wolverine. Same thing with Batman and Superman when it comes to DC. Of course, my favorite DC villain is Darkseid, and my favorite Marvel villain is Dr. Doom. But anyway, so I got rid of all my Deadpools to get this one. And I knew I was going to pay a lot of money for it, but sometimes sitting back playing the long game works, because I knew I was keeping him, and I knew, okay, I knew I was going to get Wolverine in him anyway, because I am a Hugh Jackman fan, let alone I love Wolverine. And being that they did a movie with Deadpool and Wolverine, again, I mean, come on. $200 for him alone was just sick. But to pay $200 fucking dollars for a Deadpool Wolverine Deadpool. No box. He is missing the kid and I think the dog. And I think one of the other two Groots is missing. Well, they're all missing their boxes. But $200 for him and both of those Groots. $200 just for him like this is crazy. Fucking insane. And then yesterday was Thursday, right? So on Wednesday, I had to go take care of a lot of errands in the city for some stuff for me and my wife. And that was an all-day process. I must have went to... Anyway, it's none of your business. I'm not trying to be rude. Just not my business to say no. Isn't nobody else's to hear. I wound up meeting up with a guy and his wife in the Bronx. And they were selling the deluxe Deadpool Wolverine figure for $300. And I was like, holy shit. And that's the one I wanted. Because somebody else here had the one with the brown jacket. I didn't want that one. I just wanted Wolverine in this close to comic accurate uniform. And again, I like that movie. So I was like, hey, would you do $250? And it was like, well, I'll do $280 ? And I was like, okay, done. So I went to meet up with them in the Bronx. And I had to take care of something in the Bronx anyway. Then I had to work my way through Brooklyn, then through Manhattan to come back home. So that was a very, very, very long day. Traffic was crazy. And again, I don't know if you guys know, but New Jersey and New York traffic, Wednesdays are the worst days to travel. Fridays too, but Wednesdays seem to be the worst day of any weekday of traveling. So anyway, this is I put this on it. This doesn't look like Wolverine's mouth, but this is the Wolverine head sculpt and all. I kept this one. So that way if I wanted to change him out and put him on here, it would be dope. But this is the figure. And it's funny because on the way going home, I actually went to Forbidden Planet in the city, right on Broadway and Broadway between East 13th and East 12th Street. And they had the other Wolverine, the one where he's like in, I think that security outfit with the open shirt showing his chest and shit. If I didn't get this one, would I have got that one? Probably, but I doubt it. Because to spend that much money, I want to get the one I really wanted. And, you know, to pay $280 for this. They had them with the sleeves on. Again, I think a Wolverine, I gotta have the exposed arm showing. Really, really nice. What are my real thoughts on the head sculpt? I mean, it's him and it does look cool, but I think that they could have done slightly better with the head sculpt on him, because you have like a lot of Wolverine's Hot Toys is made over the years, and I mean this is nice. Don't get me wrong, the skin tones and everything is pretty dope, but I mean come on, over 10, 12 years ago, because I had that the Wolverine movie one where he comes in a black case. The black box, and that head sculpt isn't that much different than this one. And you got people like in art and so toys. A lot of people doing 1/6 scale now. Basically, it's the same people, same fucking factories. Some people just use better materials than others, and they're charging a lot more for doing a little bit more work. Because all over China, these people are not getting paid shit, and they steal and use each other's equipment and shit like that. That's what happens when you're not paying people what you should pay them. So anyway, again, this is a pretty decent head sculpt. I mean, it does look like Hugh Jackman. But I do think, it does look like, all the Hugh Jackman's Hot Toys has done look like him. But I think for 2025 or 26 is when they made him. I don't know when he came out. Was it 26 or 24? Whatever. Anyway, in this day and age, when they did some of the other figures, you think it still would have been a better. Again, the hair sculpt, everything is pretty cool. It does look nice. But am I really impressed with the head sculpt? In today's thing, no. It does look nice again, but it looks to me very similar to all the other Wolverines Hot Toys has put out. I think his arms should have been a little bit more thicker, even though Hugh Jackman don't really look. He doesn't really. We know him was the only Wolverine on screen. But, I think he's like, 5'10", something like that, 5'10" or 5'11". That's extremely tall for Wolverine. Because if you think of comic book accurate Wolverine, he's like fucking 5'4", 5'3". So he's a real short guy. He's short and cock diesel. He's got the body of Arnold Schwarzenegger on somebody that's slightly taller than, Cat Williams? You know what I mean? Or fucking, I ain't gonna say Arnold or Gary Coleman, definitely not. But he's really short. He's short but diesel. He's got the body of Arnold on a little ass frame. And he's just a fucking fast beast. And when you look at Hugh Jackman's tall. He's tall. He's like, come on, from a guy that's be like 5'2" to 5'4" versus a guy that's 5'10", 5'11", it's a big difference in height. And again, he got jacked. He got jacked for the movie, and he was pretty jacked. I think the arms I think they could have done a little better grace with the arms. I think that he should have been slightly thicker in the arm area. But still, no, it is nice. I love the outfit. I love all the detailing in it and shit. It is really, really nice. I like the accuracy. It's nothing like the comic version of Wolverine, but it's pretty close enough for something that they did in the movie. I did like how they kind of stayed true to having the colors almost match, so that's kind of dope. So yeah, man, so there you have all that crap. Everybody clap your hands. Anyway, I gotta go because I gotta get ready to go and take care of this thing with this kid, and it's already 7:27, so I got to peace out. Bye bye.